You're bored. We're all bored now.
Hey everyone. So I've had a lot of people reaching out and asking how I'm doing with the sheeppox.
3 minutes is not enough. Go print it off. Okay? I know it's back. Just go print it off.
But has it ever occurred to you, Wally, that the process that creates this boredom that we see in the world now may very well be a self-perpetuating, unconscious form of brainwashing created by a world totalitarian government based on money, and that all of this is much more dangerous than one thinks?
And how I'm feeling. So far, I'm feeling really good.
So it does have a little disclaimer that it's confidential, but it says, except where required and applicable by law. Now, by law, as a registered nurse, it is my legal responsibility to disclose this information in order to function within my standards of practice, and to be honest, as per my union regulations, just in case anybody wants to fucking come at me.
And it's not just a question of individual survival, Wally, but that somebody who's bored is asleep, and somebody who's asleep will not say no.
Eating all the nutritional food that the government keeps telling me to eat.
Also, you can't tell me it's misinformation when Pfizer itself sent it out, okay? Am I fucking irritated that people are not disclosing the fucking risks with this at this point right now that I have the evidence? Fuck yeah!
See, I keep meeting these people. I mean, just a few days ago, I met this man whom I greatly admire. He's a Swedish physicist, Gustav Bjornstrand, and he told me that he no longer watches television, he doesn't read newspapers, and he doesn't read magazines.
I keep clipping them back a bit. They spread quite quickly. Hopefully I don't get any more.
Breather. The list of adverse events of special interest, so not your normal ones like itching and, site pain. I had to look most of them up because I didn't even know what they were. It is 9 pages long.
He's completely cut them out of his life because he really does feel that we're living in some kind of Orwellian nightmare now, and that everything that you hear now contributes to turning you into a robot. And when I was at Findhorn, I met this extraordinary English tree expert who had devoted his life to saving trees. Just got back from Washington, lobbying to save the redwoods. He's 84 years old, and he always travels with a backpack because he never knows where he's going to be.
And whatnot. So they told me I just gotta wait it out. And
9 pages. Look at how full that is. 9 pages. We have got congenital disorders, inflammation of the brain, autoimmune disorders, cerebrospinal disorders, paralysis, hemorrhage, dermatitis, hepatitis, herpes, all kinds of herpeses, seizures, embolism, multiple sclerosis, RA, TIA, stillbirth, diabetes, autoimmune conditions like anaphylaxis.
Tomorrow. And when I met him at Findhorn, he said to me, "Where are you from?" And I said, "New York." He said, "New York, yes, that's a very interesting place. Do you know a lot of New Yorkers who keep talking about the fact that they want to leave but never do?" And I said, "Oh, yes."
See what happens. Thank goodness. It could be so much worse if I didn't already have 5 vaccines.
I mean, okay, but to be fair, anaphylaxis can happen with any medication. Not that it makes the rest of this any fucking better. Okay, sorry.
And he said, "Why do you think they don't leave?" I gave him different banal theories. He said, "Oh, I don't think it's that way at all." He said, "I think that New York is the new model for the new concentration camp, where the camp has been built by the inmates themselves."
Okay, Pfizer has also taken multiple actions to help alleviate the large increase of adverse event reports, but I thought no one was having any issues.
And the inmates are the guards, and they have this pride in this thing they've built. They've built their own prison, and so they exist in a state of schizophrenia where they are both guards and prisoners, and as a result, they no longer have, having been lobotomized, the capacity to leave the prison they've made or to even see it as a prison.
Right? Anyways, so then why so many adverse events? Why? For a vaccine that is narratively defined as safe.
Biking away from home, it's nearby, it's safe, and there's not any risk of them, being injured and therefore requiring assistance. A bike ride can be a legitimate form of exercise, but I'm very mindful of the controversy around this. So I'd encourage everyone just to be cautious, stay close to home, don't do anything that's risky that might then result in you needing to get assistance.
And then he went into his pocket and he took out a seed for a tree and he said, This is a pine tree.
Can I ask you a question as well about vaccination rates in prisons? We understand that there was a
Change
pause,
face, look.
that the prison population was told to pause their vaccination rate. Is that appropriate given how close together prisons operate and could be quite a vulnerable area for us?
Oh, we're very mindful of the people who we have in custody. And the potential for COVID-19 to spread significantly and quickly in those kind of settings. We've seen that elsewhere around the world.
Please go get this or you are fired.
It is one of the reasons why we have had a vaccination program in our prisons. I don't have the latest numbers with me, but I'm certainly happy to get those for you. Look, I will have to come back to you on that. I don't have that information with me at the moment, but I can certainly get it for you.
He put it in my hand and he said, escape before it's too late.
Why is this page redacted? Of the sample size, I believe it was 45,000 people.
Just go back to the domestic isolation facility in Auckland.
That's in Auckland.
4.6% of them got COVID.
There's the Holiday Inn in Auckland, near the airport, which we'll be using there. Our facilities in Wellington, they'll be dual-use facilities, though, where we separate out different wings of the facilities for different groups.
See, actually, for 2 or 3 years now, Chiquita and I have had this very unpleasant feeling that we really should get out.
Well, you've gone and poisoned our boys and our girls. Look at those eyes. Look.
You have a less % chance of getting it naturally, but we're going to give it to you in an injection.
It is one of the reasons why we have had a vaccination program in our prisons. I don't have the latest numbers with me, but I'm certainly happy to get those for you. Look, I will have to come back to you on that. I don't have that information with me at the moment, but I can certainly get it for you.
It is not misinformation. It is a fucking fact. Thank you so much.
No, we really feel like Jews in Germany in the late 30s. Get out of here.
That's in Auckland. There's the Holiday Inn in Auckland, near the airport, which we'll be using there. Our facilities in Wellington and Christchurch also have the capacity as well. They'll be in dual-use facilities, though, where we separate out different wings of the facility.
Of course, the problem is where to go, because it seems quite obvious that the whole world is going in the same direction. See,
of the 40,000 that were 46,000, whatever, the 4 that died the same day of being vaccinated, it's probably because they already had COVID. So
facilities for different groups.
Can I just have a bit of clarification?
Look at them shaking it off, trying not to come out. Look at it. Fucking straight up.
We know that we'll need about 8.2 million of those doses to fully deliver to the eligible population if everybody comes forward to get one. So we will have additional doses available, and of course we're in conversations to make sure that we have supply available next year of vaccines. Supply available next year, and that includes canvassing all of the different options and looking at.
Page 12, of the 270 pregnancies that they studied, there were more than 30 missed pregnancies.
Look what this prick has to say. Come on, guys, it's not a joke, eh? Read between the lines. Listen and look hard.
It wasn't quite a rapid-fire question, but...
There's one.
So you're applying when you get the clinical advice about when to get it for that person shut down.
Yeah, the clinical advice after all the vaccines have been pumped into you.
If that is what the advice from health is, then we
see, they got nothing, mate. Nothing.
To use them. You're taking cash away from the team. Yep.
Hear that? You're taking cash away from the team.
To use them. You're taking cash away from the team.
New Zealand police, you better fucking have that guy arrested, like now.
To use them. You're taking cash away from the team. You're taking cash away from the team. To use them. You're taking cash away from the team.
They even tell you who died of what.